Foundation of love, love.
Submission starts with selection. If you are going to be able to submit effectively, you have to choose the right person. Because God expects you to submit to the person that you choose.
Submitting is one of those caveman type of words that a lot of people don't like hearing about it. But I think what we should do is really kind of just show you guys how it looks in a relationship in this day and age, right? How does submitting one to another actually look?
And now, welcome your host of Lasting Love, Mr. and Mrs. Payne.
What's the definition of submit?
To give over or yield the power of authority to someone else because you're lesser or less powerful than them. That's the Webster dictionary way.
Right. But
God's way,
right? Which supersedes Webster at all times, right? God's way is different. So if you open up the Word of God, looking at Ephesians, the one that we're going to speak of later, it's talking about a mutual submission, one to another. And we're going to say, how does that look as a man? The love that I show my wife, the willingness to sacrifice oneself for her and the family. That is a form of submission. They say, well, men don't submit to the wife. That's not true. The real submission is willing to give up your life for the one that you love in your family. But for the men, we do submit, fellas. And it's very important that you realize how to do that.
I would say you will submit and come under because of your desire, and it's a choice. Yeah, it's a choice.
That's a choice. So when you're saying submit, you're saying you're choosing to submit under the authority or let a person allow somebody to guide you and lead you. So you're saying, but what is one of the key things that, as a man, that you would want a man to be doing for you to feel comfortable submitting up under him? Give me some key characteristics that he needs to have.
Submitting to God, for one.
Come on, that's the number one thing, fellas. You gotta submit to the big alpha and omega. Let me tell you. Without that, you gotta understand something. If you don't submit to something bigger than yourself, how you expect for your woman to do the very same thing? Have you ever heard of the saying, a mentor without a mentor is a lie? Well, see, as husbands, our mentor is Jesus Christ. And so we have to be that for our wives. So when she does submit, how does that make you feel knowing that I'm submitting to God?
Makes you feel good. Makes you feel safe.
Right. And so we got to make this thing a normal conversation. We really got to have these conversations because I've seen people stop weddings in the middle of a wedding, given to say when that word come up, submit, it's like, whoa, it is a stop sign. And we want to really give it power because it's really a powerful word because we do it one to another. So I think that's the most important thing. So what about some tips that we think we could give?
I would say go to Ephesians 5:21.
Yeah.
And read it for yourself and have a discussion with your spouse and see how you can submit to each other more. And what does it look like to you? Does your spouse feel like you're submitting to them? Do they feel like you're not submitting?
I think we should do something that's great, just to kind of just build on that a little bit more. I feel like it's important for this to be a collective thing. You have to do it together because the way that she's going to look at these scriptures and the way we're going to look at these scriptures is going to be totally different. Remember, we see things through blue lenses, they see things through pink lenses. But our goal is that we both see purple, right? Because pink and blue is purple. So we want to make sure that we come together and address any of these issues that we might have. It could be just as simple as that word, submission, right? And so we want to make our wives and our spouse feel comfortable understanding what God meant by submission. So I think that's pretty good. So y'all do it together. I think that's a good exercise. Put in the comments below. Let us know what you think once y'all came together. Now, y'all can do it separately, but I think you can come together and do it together and kind of have a discussion, a study to go over everything, what makes you comfortable, what makes you uncomfortable, right? And do it together as a team because that's the one thing also as a foundation. We'll talk about the unity. And so we want to make sure that we do everything together as a one unit, no longer twain, but one now. So that's what we want to focus on, is give you the tools and tips to where you can actually usher this type of character and this type of love into your marriage as well, right?
Right.
Okay. So again, we'll be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel, y'all. Foundation of love with another tip, some more principles, and listen, we're going to have a good time. Y'all stay right here with us, and y'all join us. Come on back in. Don't forget, leave a comment, share, subscribe, like the comments, do everything that we need you to do in order to build this and get this information out to the masses. All right? We love you.